Yo, what's going on, guys? Ryzeal here, and today I'll be doing a deck profile for Ryzeal dinosaurs. And I think this is another version of dinos that is pretty viable if you want to go first with the dino deck. And there's some synergies with the Ryzeal cards because you're already playing level 4s, rank 4s as your main part of your strategy. And Ultimate Conductor Tyranno is like your main boss monster, and that's not from the extra deck. So the Ryzeal from hand effects that lock you into rank 4s don't really matter there. So it's pretty good. I still think the Fiendsmith version is the better version to be playing, but this is a lot cheaper because you can get like the whole Ryzeal package that you need for this deck for the cost of about one engraver. So figured I'd show it off. It's not bad, but let's get right into it in a sec. This is a 40 card list, and the extra deck's pretty flexible in this as well. But before I get into the list, if you haven't subbed to the channel already, definitely do that now. Drop a like, comment, all that good stuff. Helps me out. And if you're interested in this playmat or these sleeves, check out finalsaga.de. And if you decide to buy anything, use my code Ryzeal10 for 10% off your order. I'll leave a link to them in the description. They got a lot of cool stuff over there, so definitely check them out. But yeah, I was kind of run through the deck and kind of what I'm thinking about it. Start off with the dino stuff. 3 OV, 1 Archosaur still, 3 baby, 1 petite. Nothing's really changed here. The 1 Misk, the 1 Kaito, and 2 Conductor. It's the same ratios as before. Conductor is something you can experiment with just playing one, but it can be nice to have the second one for follow-up purposes more than anything, since follow-up can be an issue. So I feel like it's usually good to have a second one just so you can search it after you pop like a baby with Conductor, or just so your other pill's not dead. And for the dino spells, we got 3 dig, 2 pill, and that's it. No Lost World or anything still. For the Ryzeal package, it's just 3x, since this is the main like extender that you want to see in the package. And then you have 1 ice. You only play 1 of these just because you would want to be normal summoning OV for your dino stuff, so you don't really want to be clogging up on too many normal summons, but you still want to play 1 just because it is still a level 4 body you can use if you do like just have it in your hand or if you search it. But sometimes you might want a bonfire for this and just normal summon this if you don't have dino combo, so I think it's good to play 1 still. 1 swords to search off the X, then 1 node. This one's pretty good to be able to get an extra rank 4 on the board, so I think it's worth playing this one. I'm not playing cross just because there's not really much of a focus on that as much. It's mainly just detonator as opposed to trying to do like crazy duo stuff, because a lot of the time with the X you're going to be dumping like aggregator, and sometimes you have to use the card you dump off X in order to get your pill lives. So I don't like dumping like an extra Ryzeal name to attach it with cross and then have to, or attach it with duo and then have to play the cross just to be able to get value off the negate on your turn that way. So I felt like it wasn't really worth playing cross in this. And then the 3 bonfire just can search you X to can search you ice if you don't have a normal summon, so that's pretty good. That's it for the Ryzeal package. Like, this is like the pretty minimal Ryzeal engine if you want to just play in decks that have like some synergy with it. And for like non-engine defensive cards, stuff like that, we got the Prosperity for consistency, 2 talents, and a call by to help punish hand traps, and then talents is not bad going second either. And then we got some hand traps, 3 Ash, 3 Fua, 3 Imperm, and 1 Veiler. So if you don't have Fuas, you can obviously not play them, but then the 1 Veiler is just for, since Crossout's in the side, to try out, but I don't think you necessarily have to play Crossout either. So if you're not doing that, you can cut the Veiler. And if you don't have Fuas, I think this is like the main reason that you want to play Crossout to begin with. So If you don't have Fuas, I would say cut the Fuas and the Veiler and just don't play Crossout at all. And then you could put in some board breakers maybe, because I don't know if hand traps would be good to fill out the rest of these slots, because I really just like Ash because it's defensive, Imperm because it can be used as a breaker, and then Fua since it's just like the most high impact one. So if you were to cut these, you could put in like 2 Droplet, 2 Eclipse or something along those lines, and I think it'd be fine. But that's it for the deck. 40 cards. The extra deck got Tanama and SP. That's pretty much it for your links. You're not really doing too much link stuff in this. You got Laggy Adulka and Dweller. These are like typical mainstays in dinos as it is. Then you got the Baguska. Sometimes you can make this on your board, and it's a little better than Dweller in matchups where Dweller isn't good. And then if you get shifted, sometimes this is good to have as well. Dugara is just another rank 4 that could come up to get you an extra draw 2 and a discard, maybe on your end board if you just have extra bodies laying around and Dweller isn't good in a matchup, for example. And you got 1 Detonator, 1 Duo. I don't think you need more than this. And we got the 1 Aggregator to dump off the Ext. And I'm also playing Slayer in the side, so you need this for that. 1 Typhon. Typhon's just a solid card right now. And this extra deck's really like loose, so just figured I'd throw this in because there's extra space. There's not really too many like mandatory things that are always coming up because it's more focused on like Detonator, and then sometimes you make like these ones, and then Conductor. That's like your main game plan. So, but with the Ryzeal locks, you're not going into like a bunch of links and stuff like that going second. So the 1 Exathon, just in case you need to use this to start forcing stuff out with the extra level 4s that you have access to with the Ryzeal cards. And I'm just playing some more Slayer targets just because, like I said, there's space in the extra deck. There's not really too much more you need to be playing. So using the Tri-Brigade Link 5, Garura, and the Malong, just so you have a synchro target for Chaos Angel more than anything. And this can be your fusion target. And then if you send a link, you can send this, and then it dumps this, so you get to draw an extra card too. So just so you get extra value off your Slayer with these 4 right here. But yeah, the extra deck is really like flexible in this version of the deck. You can play some other stuff if you have anything else in mind, but for the side deck, there's a few different approaches you can take. Like I said, if you don't have Fua, I probably wouldn't play Crossout, but decided to give Crossout a try in this list just because you have some other 1-card combos in the deck with the Ryzeal stuff. So I feel like every side, for the most part, just starts off with 3 Lancia, 3 Slayer right now, just because this is the best card against Malice, and this is one of the best cards against Ryzeal, any variant, pretty much, and then it has good application in other matchups as well. Then for like the rest of it, it's kind of flexible. I like Judgment as one of the going first cards, just because in this version you aren't always getting an Omni Negate, so post side you can be weak to certain board breakers like Slayer, Eclipse, Droplet potentially, so I think it's okay to have Judgment, and then it's just a strong card in general. Strike's another option, but I think being able to stop those breakers is good. And then trying the crossouts with a couple more targets, 1 Droll, 1 Nib, 1 Ogre. I typically don't like crossout in dinos, but I think Fua is a big problem for the dino portion of the deck. The Ryzeal stuff can play okay into it since you can just go straight into a Detonator and only give them 1 draw, so it's not too bad, but I think it's something worth experimenting, but you definitely don't have to play these. Like I said, if you don't have Fualos, which I know a lot of people don't, I wouldn't play this stuff. Instead, you can play like a thrust package with a D-Barrier and then Artifact Sanctum, so you have that for the Lancia. And then if you play the thrust, you can play like a Duster as well to just have as a search target going second. So there's like 6 cards you can swap out for these 6, and then you can swap out the Veiler and the 3 Fuas for like 2 of each of these, like I said, just because these are pretty good in general. if you end up with some extra space, you could play more Droll. I don't think it's great right now, but sometimes it's a really good card still. It's just risky. And you could opt to play like a couple bells. This isn't really for crossout, it's just another card that's good against like Malice mainly. But yeah, that's about it. I think with Twins of the Eclipse coming out in the next set, that could be something to potentially use as well. And then the rank 4 Dinosaur that comes out later on, that was shown like a week ago, is just, you make it with 2 level 4s and you can pop a card in your hand or field. So I think that could be good in this version of the deck, because you just get a bunch of level 4s off the Ryzeal stuff, and then you could just use those to pop a baby in your hand. So I think it could be good in this version of the deck, but overall I don't think the card's great. But that's going to be it for this deck profile. I can kind of show you like how you can access the Ryzeal stuff through your dino combo, but mostly you just want to be opening these alongside. So like say you open these 3 together and you just start with OV, you get impermed or something, you could just special this and then just keep going that way. And then if you do your regular like dino combo and you get to the point where you're right here with the pill in hand, you can overlay these 2 into duo and then just get into your Ryzeal stuff that way. So you don't get Dolka when you only have the dino cards and then you go into the duo draft, so you need to have more cards to be able to do that. But this does make it so you can get these all, like you cycle through pretty much all these, and then you end with Detonator, Abyss Dweller, Conductor. So it's not too bad. You have to give a Dolka, but these cards just give you more extension and access to the extra rank 4s, which is cool. But it's nice when you have like both the dino combo and this, then you can kind of sequence it a little different, so you get the Dolka as well to protect your Ryzeal stuff. So it's not bad. If you have these cards, I would recommend giving it a try. It's a decent take on the dino deck in my opinion. But yeah, it's gonna be it for this one. Thanks for watching. Peace.